All right, well, I'll say it again. It's Father's Day. And it is the day we officially celebrate our dads. But if you were daddy's girl, like I was, then you know that celebration is perpetual. It's every day. But Father's Day is also a day to celebrate our uncles and grandfathers, those men in our life that have made a difference in our life. It's maybe a time to celebrate the father of our children or our own sons who become fathers. And in many churches and spiritual centers, Father's Day is the perfect day for us to celebrate God as the Father of all. And our opening affirmative statement this morning was created with Father's Day in mind. That's why it begins, I am like a divine seed planted within the soil of love. Science of Mind tells us, like the creative soil in which seeds are planted and from which plant life grows, the soul of the universe is the creative medium into which the word of Spirit falls and from which creation arises. We are all a thought seed of love, growing in love, and we beautifully and endlessly express that love. We are one within one source, expressing through all of us in multiplicity and diversity. Because God is one. There's no separate energy, no matter how it appears to be, anywhere at all. There's not even God and or goddess. There's just God. God as goddess, goddess as God, the one in the many that is never expressing separately at all. So it doesn't matter whether we have a sense of God as solely masculine or solely feminine, or if we sense that the source energy of life is a balance or blend of both. It doesn't matter whether we see ourselves as a chip off the old block, which is to say as a divine spark of light from the one divine lighter. Or if we see our soul as birthed by the universal soul or womb of nature, what matters is our sense of inseparability with the oneness of our source and our endless discovery through our life experiences of what that truly means, what that oneness means for us as expressions of it. What matters is that we know that because we are like our Creator, because we've inherited all that we are from our source, our thoughts likewise fall into a creative field of energy like seeds planted in rich soil. And our thought seeds grow, no matter what they are, into the life we experience on earth. when we feel the love and joy and peace and well-being and inspiration and curiosity and wonderment that is our inheritance. Every moment, we can't fail but to plant seeds that grow into a life that we enjoy living every moment. Jesus clearly knew that to be true thousands of years ago. And even though he called God exclusively Father, it was a concept, as many of us know, offered to explain to the people of his day how it could be that they could inherit the kingdom of heaven. How it could be that they could inherit the Christ mind that was and is the offspring of the one fundamental energy of existence. And so he told them, as sons of God, the kingdom was theirs. When speaking of the pure, positive energy that gave birth to the Christ mind, his mind, and was and is the creative cause of everything that appears to be, he said, everything that my Father has is mine. This is the reason why I told you that he will take of my own, my mind, my Christ mind, and show it to you. Now, as most of us know, in those days, inheritance was handed down from father to son. Back then, females were considered by patriarchal societies to be chattel, movable property. And so as far as we know, back then, in order not to confuse his followers about what divine inheritance meant, Jesus didn't talk publicly about the daughters of God, but he hung out primarily with them. But that reference to God as Father stuck big time. And it has sustained patriarchal thinking and religious practices ever since, in the minds of many people today. God is still stuck in a masculine stereotype, a deity of power, strength, and force, often expressing through wrath and judgment. So why would it not be that the role of masculinity in this world would include warlike thinking and actions and the assertion of power over others? And why wouldn't the role of father stereotypically and historically revolve around dominance and forcefulness? If your dad wasn't like that, or if you're a dad, you are a dad who wasn't like that and isn't like that, then good for you and all the good that has come from that. Because so many men from an early age weren't encouraged to admit, much less express, their softer side. To express the tenderness and gentleness and deep affection they inherited from God the Father. In the Way of Transformation, we read, I and my Father are one, and I know it. I am free to walk this earth in gentleness, not to strive to move into the future, but to be borne by the wings of love that will carry me into the fulfillment of my destiny. And my destiny can only be that which reflects God in this world. Things today, they are a-changing rapidly, which brings us to the title of this Father's Day talk, Divine Dadication. Now, if you've been watching the Tigers game on TV, then you've witnessed the deep affection that is openly expressed by the players for their teammates, by their coach, and how they talk about their families. And if you stick around for the commercials, then you've probably seen the one with the caption, Dadication. And the commercial shows a dad holding his baby daughter as he gently rocks her in a rocking chair. The commercial references fatherhood.gov. And with Father's Day, with a Father's Day talk in mind, I decided to check it out. The website has all sorts of programs and events and research and resources for dads of today. Because they say that despite the portrayal in mass media, fathers have become more involved in their children's lives than they were in past decades. Dadication is a documentary that features videos of fathers sharing their fatherhood experiences. They talk openly about the numerous barriers that they've overcome in order to be present for their kids. And the inner strength they discovered that helped them to follow their intentions to be there. And so the documentary shows how these men grew and are expanding still as men and as fathers. And that as a result of the tenderness and gentleness and deep affection they discovered within themselves, they are helping their children to flourish. Thanks to God, the source of love has never left even one living being. That it continues to be present as the gentle love rather than the tough love within all of us. If you decide, and I recommend it, to go to fatherhood.gov and watch that short documentary, Dadication, be ready to get teared up by the stories. And there's one in particular that I want to share with you. And the father tells, it tells about a father who taught his children to ride a bicycle when he hadn't learned as a child how to ride a bicycle and still wasn't able to ride one. And he said, my dad wasn't around when I was a kid. And I remember trying to learn to ride a bike on my own and falling down and cutting myself and never wanting to get on that bike again. And so I never learned how to ride one. And so I couldn't get on a bike and show my children the mechanics of pedaling and finding their own rhythm and balance. All I could do was be there to catch them when they fell. I was right there to pick them up and put them back on the bike and to tell them to try again, to tell them over and over, to try again. Now they ride their bikes through the neighborhood. And when people ask me how I taught my children to ride when I couldn't, I tell them I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they could learn themselves. And all I had to do was be there. This human environment was created for us to learn ourselves, about ourselves, through experience, but not alone. Because our Father, the Father of all, flows in pure, positive, divine dedication everywhere, all the time. No matter what happens in our life, no matter how many times we may fall, maybe through an experience of a health challenge or a painful relationship or lack of financial freedom, or how many times we don't feel good enough or worthy enough or smart enough or just not enough. Our divine dad is always there to tell us every time to try again. That we are his offspring and we can do anything. The divine source energy of love is always there, letting us know through the vibration of the energy of love within us that we're never alone. That life is good, and so are we. That we've got what it takes because we're a chip off the old divine infinite block. And we can do anything and have anything and be anything we choose. And even though we may fall, we will never fail. On this Father's Day, may every dad everywhere feel divine. Namaste. All right, well, we got through that one. This is a time of our service when we get to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up right here in this very room. Thank you for showing up live stream. Thank you for watching whenever you do from wherever you are. It matters. And we are so grateful for it all. And thank you to everyone who is supporting our LEC mission to express love and be love and be a reminder that love is in this world. And so if you haven't been doing that, or you didn't know you could, because you just found us today, but you'd like to because something you heard was meaningful to you, and you're wondering how you can support today and days to come, our treasurer, Dr. Jamie Phillips, is here to tell you how.
Thank you. Ooh. I'm on. Another great talk. Ooh, let's give her a hand again. Woo, that is so good. Okay, if you'd like to donate to the Life Enrichment Center, there's several ways you can do it. You can go to facebook.com where we're having this live stream, and there's a donate button on that site. You can go to our website, lecflint.com. That's where you're going to be able to find the video of the talk and synopsis of the talk tomorrow. And there's a donate button on that site. You can go to paypal.com, and our email address for PayPal is lec2512@gmail.com, or you can send us a check to our P.O. Box, Life Enrichment Center, P.O. Box 321294, Flint, Michigan 48532. And also you can, if you're here in the sanctuary, we're going to be doing an offertory, and while we listen to Marcia Allen sing in this very room, and then Reverend Stephanie will be back up for gratitude prayer. Thank you.